Yo, what's up Beatbox family? It's your boy Stitch back with another Beatbox tutorial. So today I'm gonna teach you guys how to do the Zekka bass. So yeah, the Zekka bass, you've heard Zekka do it, you've heard Kohei from Japan do it, and you guys have heard me do it sometimes as well. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, my method is different from Zekka's method. You see, Zekka uses his cheeks and I use my tongue. What I meant to say was I use my tongue and Zekka uses his cheeks, okay? So yeah, how easy or difficult would I rate this sound? I would say it's about a 5 or a 6. Why? Because step number 1 might be difficult for some people, but the good news is the moment you get step 1 done, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. So let's get into it because there's only 3 steps. Step number 1, you gotta learn how to do an inward click roll. Now, if you don't know how to do an inward click roll, I'll teach it to you right now. Okay, so the inward click roll is an inward sound, obviously. So you want to inhale air. And the way I teach it is to inhale air like this. So you feel the air touching, surfing on the roof of your mouth. Now, what do you do when you want to do an inward K-snare? You put the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. So if this is your tongue, you put it on the roof of your mouth like this, right? So like this. So you want to take those two things and combine it together. Inhale like this. Tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth. And then together. Some of you might get something that sounds like this. Some of you might get something that sounds like this. Either way, that's perfect. So step 1, learning how to do an inward click roll, done. Now step 2 is when you make become. Now I don't have a diagram, so I'm going to use my hands to explain it like before. Now imagine the inside of your mouth from the side view. So instead of this being your tongue and this being the roof of your mouth, imagine sideways like this, alright? So you're looking that way and this is the roof of your mouth. You're looking that way, okay? So this is the roof of your mouth. And to do the, you're taking the roof of your mouth and you're putting the tip of your tongue like this. What you want to do is take your tongue, you want to fold it backwards like this. Then you take this and you put it on the roof of your mouth. Don't put the whole thing like this. You gotta leave some gap over there. You see where it's like a triangle over there? You wanna leave that gap. Now with this position, with your tongue folded and that little triangle gap that you see over there, you're gonna wanna inhale air like I told you before. This process might take some time because for some people it might be difficult to get that friction, but if you practice hard enough, you will get there. So once again, a normal inward click roll is when you take the tip of your tongue and you put it against the roof of your mouth and you just inhale and it flaps. Now, if you want to get the, you do the same thing, but your tongue is folded backwards like this and you just stick it and make sure you have that space there between the folded section of your tongue and the roof of your mouth. So there's that triangle area over there. I'm going to mark it in this video. Then you just with that folded tongue position and you should get step 2 done. Step 3 is when you go from to. To make that happen, you have to do the same tongue position. So tongue folded against roof of your mouth, triangle gap over there, and you want to apply more pressure, so make it more tighter. Now, how do you do that? How do you make it more tighter? How do you apply more pressure? I'll teach you how. Now, remember that triangle gap between the folded part of your tongue and the roof of your mouth? You want to make that gap smaller. So just make it a little closer to the roof of your mouth. Don't close it like this. Just make the gap smaller than it used to be. Air direction is also very important. Obviously, you're going to inhale air and it's going to touch the roof of your mouth, but make sure most of the air, or maybe even all the air that you're inhaling, is going in a center line. So it's going to go down the center. It's not going to spread out in your mouth. It's going to go center. That's very important. Another thing that helps is also doing this with your neck. I don't know why this helps. I don't know why, but when you stretch your neck like this and you do the, see the difference, right? So yeah, once again, triangle gap, make it smaller, air, center line, and also do your neck thingy. And that's basically how you do the Zekka sound. Step 1, step 2, step 3, done. I also want to add that it's an inward sound. And to transition from step 1 to step 3 is very easy. But like a lot of beatbox sounds out there, if you practice hard enough, one day you will be able to do the sound by just vibrating the muscles on its own. So you might not even need to inhale air anymore. For example, I can just do I did not inhale air for that. I just vibrated my tongue in that same position that I just taught you guys. So I can do it at this point right now without inhaling any air. Now, I don't know about Zekka's method of the sound, but in this method, mouth position is very important because you can shape the sound. So for example, smiley face, alright, old face. So play around with the shape of your mouth and you should get new variations. And there's a lot of variations. Trust me, I would not. But yeah, that's all for this tutorial. Don't forget to like the video, comment on what I should teach you next. Subscribe to the channel. We are very close to 100k subscribers. Share this video with your friends, your Beatbox Discord servers, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.
Bye bye.